Welcome to Enlightened Evolution.
I'm Kay.
And I'm Christina.
We're here to discuss the ebb and flow of our soul's healing and transformation through self-reflection, choosing intentionally, honoring thyself, and following your inner guide.
Thank you for joining this safe space with us.
Good morning and welcome back to Enlightened Evolution with Kay and Christina. This week, we hope you're doing well. We hope you're doing awesome. This week, we are talking about unhinged money hacks. Not to say that I am great saving advice. So we've stole some advice from the internet, but I do have some that's good. So, but I think you and I are in the same mindset. We are consumers.
Yes. I'm trying to do better though.
Yeah, you did say you did good last time, like last pay period.
I did, but then it was my son's girlfriend's birthday, so I was like, "Oh, I got all this extra money. Let me spend it on her." That's
I love that.
I'll spend more on like these kids over here. They're the ones that are money suckers.
I can only imagine.
All right, let's do our oracle card. Manifestation.
Ooh.
I love these cards. You got me these for my birthday. They're Botanical Dream Oracle guidebook by Lynn. Oh, I don't want to slaughter her last name. Aro, but it looks Hispanic.
Okay.
So, manifestation.
We're manifesting money.
Yeah.
I actually just did a spell for manifesting abundance. My friend Jessica got me a little spell kit for Easter, and we did it before we went and filmed a game show, and yeah.
Nice. What was it? What was the spell?
It came with like this little miniature wax warmer, and it had a wax melt put together with like orange and different scents. And then it also came with coins, and it came with sage and Palo Santo. And so you were supposed to cleanse your space and then write down your manifestations on a piece of paper, fold it towards you as like a receiving. And then you put it next to the wax melt. You light a green or a gold candle. And then it had a thing to say to bring in abundance, and then you just kind of let it melt out. And yeah,
I love that.
It was really cute.
That is really cute. I did one not too long ago on a bay leaf. On one side I wrote, all good comes to me, and basically like all good comes to me without hurting others. And then you write the dollar amount on the other side of what you're trying to manifest, and then you burn it and you let it back out into the universe.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, manifestation. One of the many valuable lessons you've learned from the garden is to express yourself freely and extravagantly. You're not afraid to experiment with new ideas, for this is how you manifest your soul magic. From your own imagination, you create unique combinations of colors, patterns, and textures that no one else has ever tried. You work from intuition and inspiration, weaving a rich tapestry that constantly evolves over time. Your garden is alive with your energy and imbued with the creativity that runs through your veins. Gather up all the golden threads and manifest your gift to the world. That's cute. I love that.
I like it. Do you have your garden going at your house?
My dad and I just talked about that yesterday. It's been cold. Like last night it was 40. So we're gonna, so he's gonna come rototill soon, and he's got like all his plants. He's got like I don't even know what you'd call it, but in his basement.
Did he start like seedlings?
Yes, from seeds. Like all his plants are downstairs with his lights. And so he's grown all these plants already from seeds, and he's very excited because he's going to do canning, like salsas and stuff. Yeah, I was like, I want a mango salsa. Like that's my favorite type of salsa.
I love mango salsa.
I do too. What do you actually, speaking of money saving tips, gardens probably save
if you
money.
could grow your own veggies. I feel like I waste veggies so much all the time And I think it's because of the vegetable drawer. It puts them out of sight and out of mind. Like I have to start
Mhm.
putting them on the top of my fridge, like in the top row, eye level, because then they just go bad in the vegetable drawer. But I have not planted anything. I have mint from last year that has overgrown my
Oh, nice.
garden bed. Last year we did grow some peppers, some tomatoes, and then we never used them. So I think I will only do maybe cucumbers because I definitely use those. I love those. I could
Oh,
eat them
make
every
capri
day.
salads.
I know. So lately, I don't know why, but tomato based stuff has just been way too acidic for me.
Yeah.
So I really haven't been eating them like I used to.
Mhm.
I
Mm.
don't know. I'm not feeling my garden this year.
Then don't. Then just don't do it. I
Yeah.
to like save on fruits and vegetables because like it's just having all these kids here and I just like grocery shop. I really try to put in the orders and have them delivered so I don't overspend at the store. And then if I store my fruits and vegetables, like as soon as I shop or I get my delivery, I wash them all and like kind of prep them all and I put them in glass containers and they stay so much longer in glass containers. So
Oh,
your waste goes down.
that's a good idea. I do have a couple of like the big mason jars.
And then I've been trying to like take inventory of what I have before I go and just go through like expired things and keep a rotation going and it's saved for sure. But I mean my snacks are just depleted very quickly.
I wanted to ask you on the topic of our episode today. I feel like adulthood is just one $10,000, $20,000 loan after another. Car loan, home improvement loan, my braces loan. Like it's just one big loan after another. You pay it off. Oh, gotta fix this now. Like, do you feel that way?
I do feel that way. My Capital One Venture card, they offered to increase my limit and I said just stop playing with me. I just like so I it's constantly like max it out, pay it off, max it out, pay it off. Granted, I have great credit, but I feel you on that. Like my car, yep, my home, like everything that's we're in like the perfect position. Like I don't know, would we be considered like higher middle class with the tax bracket? I don't know what we would be considered, but they know that we're going to pay our bills and they know that we like to spend money and have fun, so they're going to keep loaning it to us.
Girl, I remember my
And
first credit card at 18 years old and I maxed that bitch out. And it only had like a maybe 750 limit, maybe
I know.
500.
Oh, yeah, same. There is this I can't have you ever heard of, like, the Dave Ramsey
Mhm.
man, it sounds like a really good idea. It's just
I
so
know
it's
like
like
one of the key concepts is like don't purchase anything unless you can pay cash for it. And I'm like, that's never been the case in my life.
no, and that's I just feel like for so many people, it's so unrealistic and they make it seem like it's life or death, but that's never been able to work for me, like, right now, there's just, like, home improvement stuff I need, so I'm gonna refinance my house and I'm gonna pay my car off and then use the rest for, like, upgrades, and I'll have plenty, and then my mortgage payment now and my car payment now combined is more than what my actual mortgage payment will be after I pay my car off and refinance, so it just makes sense to me, but
Hell yeah.
there's no way I could do that, like, do
With
all of
cash out of
this.
pocket.
Yeah, there's just no way. I have too many expenses every month with just
Yeah.
maintaining life and food and kids and, and
Our our hospital offers like the Dave Ramsey program like for free. Like we can sign up for it. I guess there's an app or something. I have not because I know some of the things are very unrealistic. I think some of the things really come from a place of privilege, and I don't know Dave Ramsey's background, but not all of us were born into generational wealth. So
I
we
don't
don't
think
have
he
that.
I don't think he was.
Yeah.
I think he was I've heard his story, and when he was young, he was in a lot of debt.
Okay.
So for him, I don't think it's that as far as, like, born into, like, generational wealth, but I do know that that always helps. I know that it like 10 years ago, before I was a nurse and I was a single mom of 2 kids, I guess it was a privilege to have both of my parents live 5 minutes away from me that are very financially stable that I couldn't have done it without them, you know?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I know not everybody has that luxury for sure. Very fortunate.
That's true. Do you have any, like, before we get into other people's saving hacks, do you have any saving hacks that you use?
Recently, and I can't remember where I adopted this from, but this has to do with clothes because I love to buy clothes.
Same.
If I'm in the store and I just, like, touch them and look at them and admire them, it almost gives me the same gratification as, like, buying it. So, I will do that, like, touching it, and also, I've asked myself recently, this is what I've adopted. If a dog shit diarrhea all over this shirt, am I gonna take the time to clean it off, or would I just throw it away? 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna throw that shit away. So, is it really that important? That means I don't love it. That means I don't love it enough to buy it if I'm not gonna take the time to clean shit off of it, you know? So, I've that
That's a
re
really good way to look at it.
yeah, that recently has helped me a lot, and also, just telling myself, like, I really don't need that because I've been trying to get rid of things, like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to become a minimalist, but it's been nice, like, every space in my home does not need to be filled with something,
Mhm.
and the more organized and clean my space is, the better, like, my nervous system feels in my own home. So I just think, like, what spot is this gonna fit into?
What you just said actually brought up something I wanted to talk to you about. I don't know if it's completely on topic, but there was a study that showed that being in a messy environment makes women produce way more cortisol than it does men
Interesting.
because of the societal norms around women are supposed to keep the house clean and all of that. So
Hmm.
women internalize that. And when they look at everything, they think, okay, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do.
Mhm.
And this environment is not presentable and blah, blah, blah. And men are just like, it's fine to me.
'Cause they're filthy. Yeah.
I found that interesting to break it down because I
Mhm.
knew that that was the case, especially for me. But I was like, why? And then they broke it down because of those societal norms that are, and we're not even consciously thinking about that, but that's what's happening.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And that is how I feel. I feel like I can't even, and this has to do with, like, cleaning now, not even money, but I feel like if there's something I wanna do, if I wanna, like, work on a certain project, like clean out a certain closet or a certain drawer or something, I feel like I can't even do that unless my kitchen is clean, my living room is clean, everything's in its place, my bathroom's clean, like, my common areas have to be up to par before I can even work on anything else, and then by that time, it's dinner time, you know, and I gotta do
Right.
it all over again, I don't have time, but
Hmm.
so, yeah, I've definitely feel like I've been conditioned in that
Yeah.
way.
We
What
got
do
to
you do?
deprogram.
Have you been getting better? Like, do you have a limit for yourself when you go shopping? Like, when you treat yourself, do you say, "I'm only
No.
gonna spend X amount," or you just don't care?
I have a deep belief that I deserve anything I want.
Same. I know. I'm like, "Ooh," it's almost like a surprise, like, when I go check out at TJ Maxx, I'm like, "If it's under $400, I've accomplished, like, I'm doing good today." Like, I should reward
So,
myself more if I spend less today,
yeah,
and I
I'm
don't
trying
keep
to do a
track.
better job. I'm trying to do a better job of like looking at the price tags and saying, is this worth it based on the price? And like I told you, I went to TJ Maxx the other day and I saw this top that I thought would maybe be at max $20 and it was $200. I was like, this is not a TJ Maxx price. Like, that's an original price. But I can just imagine, like, I was like, what if I went to the checkout and they're like, okay, your total is $300? I would have been like, what? Excuse me, I got 2 tops.
Yeah.
No. I will say, like, I'm not as frivolous as I used to be. I will now when I do go clothes shopping, I'm like, okay, I'm looking more for like staple pieces, more like a solid color, something I can wear in multiple outfits, different layers and things, something that is a good quality the number one thing I think of is how is this going to feel on my body? Like, is it going to be comfortable? And am I going to feel confident in it? Because like I'll see cute tops all this. I mean, a whole aisle was just fucking crop tops. I'm not purchasing those. I would not feel comfortable in a crop top. It's just not for me right now. But they're cute, and I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Oh, it's a crop top.
Yeah.
Or a bodysuit. I hate a bodysuit. They're so uncomfortable.
Bodysuits as like tight fitted or rompers in general?
Not a romper. The shirts that have the little crotch connector, that come down
Oh,
like a
yeah.
diaper.
Yeah, they're like a thong, but it's a shirt.
That's
Yeah.
not for me either.
No?
I will say probably the biggest thing I do money saving wise is I have my money in high yield savings accounts. I highly suggest if you're banking at a bank and not a credit union, immediately switch to a credit union. Banks charge you to hold your money, which is absurd, and they should not do that because they make interest on your money. So most credit unions, any credit union I've been to, they do not charge you. There's no monthly fee. My credit union offers super high interest rates. I've not seen them anywhere else for you to receive. So, but the only issue is the checking account offers a higher rate than the savings. So I keep all my money in the checking account because I want to make more percentage on it. But then I'm not like, I have no idea what my savings is.
Yeah. Oh, I invest, like I have a finance guy through like Edward Jones, and I do the savings, and I think I get 5% on that for my savings. And then I also do the Roth IRA. I think it allows you to contribute after tax, and then it also grows, and you can invest up to 7 grand a year.
Oh,
And so it's like a retirement fund. So when you do end up
mhm.
withdrawing, it's tax free. So your money's your money, and then
Because
it
it's
grows
after
how it grows.
taxes. That's a good idea. I've taken out of my 401k before, and you have to pay hella taxes on that, and it's not pretty. And nobody suggests doing that, so I guess don't do it. But I did it to buy my house, so
Yeah,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
you do. Which, I mean, yeah, you do got to do what you got to do. I also have at work, my company matches, I think 6%. So like I invest 10 out of my check. I think I do
That's really good.
five into an IRA, another 5 into a Roth IRA, and then they match the 6. So I got
That's really good.
like the 3 of the IRAs, and then I do try to save as well. So like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm really not saving that much, but it's because I don't see what I'm
Mhm.
investing in for the future. So I may feel a little, broke sometimes, but I still
It's
have a
because you're
retirement
saving
fund,
for
and
the
I'm still
future.
going to TJ Maxx. So,
Period.
yeah.
One of the things I saw on social media, this person said to instead of having a savings account, label it your goals account. So,
Ooh.
yeah, and so a lot of banks will let you in your like dashboard or whatever, they'll let you change the names of your accounts. And so they were even saying to name it like, okay, say right now you're saving for a car, name it the specific, like I want a Toyota 4Runner 2025, like mint green, whatever.
Mhm.
Label it that specific of your goal. And so every time you put money into it, you have a visual of what you're saving towards, or if it's a new house or whatever it is. I've never done that before, but that's genius.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I got something I read online. It says, I decide that I look better if I go work out versus buying something. So, buying something to look good in, like I'm going to look even better if I go work out and that's free. Or obviously like
Yeah,
a membership, but still.
I need to do that because I kept telling myself, I mean, I do have a goal to lose weight and to tone up, and I was like, okay, I shouldn't buy any more clothes until I get to what my goal is, but I still be buying clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. I love them. I've been doing
Yeah,
really good about not buying clothes though the past few months because I literally have 3 closets full of clothes. I and drawers. I need for nothing when it comes to clothes. There's literally no reason for me to do it.
yeah.
This person says that they don't spend cash because they're too lazy to count out the total. And so
That's
so
interesting.
I know. So they keep the cash with them. So their bank account is empty and they can't buy online. So they know they're not gonna
Oh,
spend the cash because they have this weird thing with it. And then I guess they just use it for
okay.
bills. I don't know. That was interesting.
Whatever you gotta do.
I know.
This person said, I ask myself, do I really want this purchase to stimulate Trump's economy? And the answer is usually no.
I saw that. I saw that one too. I like that one.
I'm like, that's valid. That's valid.
This person said, I moved to the middle of nowhere for 2 months before moving states and had to drive for everything I needed. So fast food became so inconvenient that it shifted my mindset to not need it at all.
Convenience. Yeah.
Mhm.
This person said, I take pictures of things I want so I can buy it later, but I have ADHD and never buy it later. So it stops me from impulse buying. That's not a bad
I
idea.
I do love that. There was a lot of people that commented that I saw that said that they just shop and put things in their cart, like their
I
Amazon
do
cart.
that online shopping. I'll do it. I'll just like sit there, add stuff to my cart when I'm feeling that itch to like go shopping,
Mhm.
but then I won't buy it. And then when I actually need like dish soap or something or whatever on Amazon, and I look at my cart and I'm like, delete, delete, delete. I don't actually
Mhm.
need this.
Yeah. I liked this one. They said, if I want something, I have to put the same amount of this, whatever I'm purchasing into a savings as well. And if I can't save and buy that one thing that I really want, then I don't do it. I really like
That's
that
a good
one.
idea.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, what if I had to come home at the end of a shopping day and put all that into my savings? I might
Girl.
think about it a little harder.
Yeah.
This person said, when I get the urge to buy something online, I make a credit card payment instead.
I love that one. I love that one.
Like, total it all up and then say, nope, that's how much I'm going to pay on my credit card.
Mhm. This lady said, I enter giveaways and sweepstakes and actually win a lot. If I want it, I'll enter for it. And honestly, I won almost anything I've wanted. I'm aiming for a trip now.
Oh,
I know.
that's a good idea.
And I don't know where I'm gonna have to I just don't see all these things enough because I'm not on social media. I don't read my newspaper, or I don't fill shit out. So of course I don't know about it because I'm not trying to find it. But that's a really good idea.
Yeah. I think to add on to that, I will utilize wherever I shop at, whatever their savings program is,
Mm-hmm.
I'll utilize it to the max. Like Kroger, fuel points,
Yes.
I'm getting my fuel points. I use the app Fetch where you scan receipts and it gives you points. And
Really?
the point, yeah, and you can scan your receipts like everywhere you go, and you can also like tie it to your Amazon account. I won't say that it like adds up quickly. We've been using it for, I would say, at least 6 months or more, and we just got enough to get a $10 Amazon card, but it's better than nothing. Like, if I was just throwing my receipts away and not scanning them, I would get no extra money. So
Mm-hmm. Right.
I try to do those things. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, this one is cute. I have a sticker chart, and every day that I don't spend money, I give myself a gold star.
I
Taking
love
it back to elementary
that.
school.
This person said a friend from college told me if you can't afford to buy it twice, then you can't afford it at all.
That's something to think about if you're using a credit card to buy it, because
Mhm.
you're going to be buying it twice, 3 times if you don't pay it off. I
I
hate to think
really
about that.
I know. I really like this one too. She said, I heard someone say once, if no one sees this, would you still want to buy it? And that totally changed their perspective because so many times we do buy things like it's our ego for sure. We want to look good. We want our space
Yeah,
to look nice. Is it for us or is it for how we
want to be perceived.
Mhm.
That's a great way to put it. This one is hilarious. I taped a picture of my mother to my debit card to remind me of when we had to move in with her and how bad that was. So every time you're
I
swiping it, you're like, is this purchase worth it?
I I love that. This person says, I just go and lock my card and I know how lazy I am and won't go, and it'll take them effort to go back and unlock it. So
Oh,
it keeps them from buying things. I do kind of like that one.
I inadvertently, I had to lock all of my credit because my identity got stolen. And
Mhm.
so I'm past the days of like getting a store card anywhere. I've learned that that is not good. But when I was at TJ Maxx, they're like, do you want to get this store card? You can get 10% back or whatever. And I was like, no, I can't even do it. My credit's locked. Like, you can't even run my credit right now. And it takes too many steps to unlock it. So,
Yeah, I love that. This person I knew someone that used to do this and they would say it all the time. Like if we went out somewhere or they talked about wanting something, I'm like, you got the money, just get it. They would always say, man, it took me 20 hours to be able to buy that. And I kind of started doing that in my own mind too. Like I work hard for my money. So is this $200 purse really worth like a half a day's work for what I had to do? Like, you know what I mean? I really like that one.
yeah, that's a great way to put it. I saw a TikTok of someone saying, like, this is nurse math. It's like, oh, I need 3 shifts to take this vacation. I need 2
Mhm.
shifts to get this. I was like, that's exactly how we do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and
Uh,
definitely don't tell me that. I like, I can't have it. I just remember dating in the past, like, "Well, okay, I'll just go to work for an extra day."
right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm gonna get it if I want
Yeah,
it. Certainly.
100%.
This one said, and I think this one might be part of the Dave Ramsey. So they said they paid their car off 10 years ago, but continued to pay car payments into their savings. And I do something similar where like I have a set amount I pay on each of my like loans or credit cards every month. And then as I pay one off, I take that same amount and either put it into whatever one has the highest balance or split it between them. So you're still paying out the same amount, but you're condensing it more and more into those loans. And I've paid off like 2 cards in the last year doing that method.
Yeah, kinda doubling down, I like that. This lady says, "I froze my credit cards, like literally a bag of water in the freezer, and you can't use a hair dryer to unthaw them or because it will mess them up. So you literally just have to wait for the bag to unthaw."
That is absolutely unhinged.
It's kind it's kind of diabolical to yourself
Yes.
to do
Like you got
like
to sit there and watch it melt and you're like,
yeah,
is this worth it?
like I would be going to Walmart and buying an ice chipper because I don't have one.
That's great. This one kind of goes in line with when I said earlier, but if I really need or want something, I have to come back for it. If it's not worth a second trip, it's not worth buying. I do a lot of my shopping online. I have done this before with like in-person things. Like if I'm unsure of it,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, let me leave it here. If I really want it, then I'll come back for it. And I usually don't.
Yeah. That's very true. I'm an impulse buyer. I'm gonna say I'm getting better. I used to be an impulse buyer. I'm not as much anymore. But man, that buy now button has fucked me up on
Girl, it's
Amazon,
too easy.
It
Too
is.
easy to spend money.
It is. And they're like, "Oh, you want it there today between 2 and 6?" Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
This person says
It's
that
bad.
they fill their online cart with everything they want and then just delete it. And then they also watch people do hauls, like, on TikTok, like, "I just did a haul and
Mhm.
bought all this stuff," and they kinda live vicariously through them, and that helps them save money.
Okay. I could see it I could see that going either way. Like, I could see watching a haul and thinking, "I need to buy everything," or this person, they're watching it, and it's almost giving them that same satisfaction if they were unpacking
Mhm.
all of that. I do get a lot of packages delivered to the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
do
think I
too.
went through all of mine. What else do you got?
I wanted to I really don't have anything else, but I wanted to mention one more thing because I saw this comment so many times and I didn't look it up and I have no idea. It's so many people have commented listening to Caleb Hammer yelling.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I have no idea who that is.
I'm gonna
So
look it up right now actually because I'm so interested.
he must be like a savings guru or something.
Or shames people for buying.
No, that could be. I
Using
don't work
okay,
well with shame.
I don't either. So this I'm gonna play it. It's this probably 30-year-old white male, dark curly hair. And the caption on this short is using girl math to afford an $8,000 Disney trip. So let's see what he says.
All right.
Doing the Royal Caribbean cruise, that one's like 4 to 5 thousand. I was thinking as long as we pay it monthly, then I mean it's paid off. So it's kind of like girl math. It is okay. Don't make all women look bad. I feel like I'm very independent and I make women look good. Girl math to over your family. No, we're all having fun.
Oh yeah, he definitely see. I would just double down if I
Yeah.
had him
No,
talking
I'm
to me
taking 2.
because I'm taking 2
That does
cruises this
not
year
work for
actually.
me.
No, me
Yeah,
either. Okay. All right. Sorry, Caleb. You're not for us.
not for us. Thank you all for listening. Hopefully, you found something helpful, something you can incorporate into your own life. If you have other tips, write them in and we will share them on a future episode. We also wanted to mention we have a new way for you to support our show. You may notice that you get us ad free. That means Kay and I are footing this bill ourselves. While
Yes.
it's not the most expensive thing to run a podcast. It's also not free. So if you would like to support our show, there is a link in the description of our podcast. You can click that button and choose a monthly subscription, $3 a month, whatever you want. We would love that. And we will definitely shout you out on a future episode as well.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Namaste.